Wrong button, Mario. It's actually plus. Or cross if you're of that persuasion. Let's back to the basement. Get back, get over the rail. Camera change freaked Mario out there. Let's go do that world I'm kind of supposed to not know about, but also have accidentally found by chasing the rabbit. But I didn't do that, but I know about it anyway. Not here. Wait, I did finish this, right? Up. Yeah. Time to go for World 8. The wall! Wow! Shifting Sandland. In the talons of the big bird. Oh wow, they got the copyright for Sesame Street? I can't believe that. I can't believe they did that. Well, not directly into the death pit. No! No! Leave me alone, try guy. I'm trying to get up there. I want to see what's up there. Let me go up to the thing. Which I say like I'm even trying, and I'm not, because I'm trying to get oriented. There. Okay, come on. I want to know! Come on. I want to know what's up there. I mean, I kind of know, but I want to do it for myself. Go! And I land on the Goomba. There, finally. Okay, that's a cap. That's... Excuse me, that's burp. And that's a bee! Okay, that's enough of that. I don't need that right now. I gotta fly to the bird, I'm pretty sure. Up on the shiny shell and ride it wherever you want. Shred those enemies. No. Why would I do that? I gotta fly up into the bird. Yeehaw! Just fly over into the big bird. The klepto? I don't know. Oh, I almost got him. I tried to press A to flap. That's not how this cap works. I can't flap the cap. No, come on. Yoo-hoo! There we go. Almost. Yeah, I don't know what I've been playing, where it's just like, while you're flying, you press A to flap. Like, I guess Banjo-Kazooie, but I haven't played that recently. Okay, fine. How about I swoosh right on over? Well, what I want to know is, where's the caveman? Yeah, okay, I kind of deserve that. Boom! Such a good voice clip, because it's so funny sounding. It's the perfect sound to hear when you run so fast that you collide with the wall. That you just run so fast that Mario decides, I'm gonna run head first into the wall, despite the fact that I have the capacity to stop. There we go. First try. Lucky to get out of the wall. I mean, I know we're in the level that's in the wall, but you don't have to. You don't have to. Where is he? Why is he over there now? What? Oh, I could have put in it. The Phil saw that to show he found him. That's kind of how this is. Am I falling faster than I realize? Okay, at least make it back over to here. Turn the camera around. Oh, wow, I'm surprised the camera actually wanted me to go that way. Yep. Maybe I'm thinking with Skyward Sword controls, like the mini game where you gotta catch the bird. Like very early on, you play that race. That was the demo at one of the E3s. I very distinctly remember that because I was basically obsessed with Skyward Sword before it came out. Hey, that should count. Come on. Uh-oh. Okay, well, I'm stranded without a cap now. Better than without a paddle. Actually, I don't know. I haven't seen that movie recently. I bet it's good. Aww. Apparently, Ethan Suplee got his position on My Name Is Earl because of that movie, because of his attention to detail, which I think is pretty cool. I guess I should specify because of his attention to detail in the movie that he displayed when he acted in the movie Without a Paddle. There's the rest of the context that I forgot to give. Okay, now we're flying. We're swooping snitch plug. Man, it was a Pikmin 4 again. Oh, come on, dude. How about I use the box? No, that's a stupid idea. That's a death sentence. Hey, here's an idea. How about I use here to glide around the pyramid? Because, you know, when Mario goes around the pyramid, he goes around the pyramid. And I reach this higher ledge. Not this ledge. I wanted this ledge. No, I want it okay. I'll settle for being alive. How about I fly on over and get a new one? How about that's an idea? How about that idea? How about that's an idea? No, that's not enough. Boom. Was that different sand? It looked like it was texture different, so I suppose it could have been quicksand. Ah, I didn't get in trouble. That Goomba was not as close as I thought it was. Come on. You think the day will come where Mario enemies, like generic Mario enemies, are gendered? Because, like, they're kind of all... I think they're all supposed to be male. And, don't you think that's a little antiquated by now? Like, just having them all be... I guess they're not blatantly male, so I guess it's okay. They could be any gender. I don't know. I just want to see more Lady Goombas. I just miss Goombella. Come on. Dude. Come on, I pressed the button. There. I get the cap. Hey, how about I stomp on that pillar and try to jump up when he comes around? No, no, no. I died. I never thought Big Bird would give me so much pain. Is that a one-up over there? Oh, it's over the... No, thanks. If you would go more to the right like I was telling you to. Go away, Pokey. No one likes you. You're not moving fast enough. I see I said the thing. No, I didn't. I know it. I know that's wrong. Okay, how about I get that coin? Oh, okay, thanks. Well, never mind. Apparently I tried for the star, I get nothing. I tried for the coin, I get star. I'll take it as long as I don't die. Oh, hey, there's Bob, buddy. How about I go talk to him? Don't get my butt on fire. Hello, cannon, please? Hi, I'll prepare the cannon for you. I can't remember if I've ever seen anyone ever use this cannon in the history of ever. Alright, for blast off, come on, in the cannon. Whoa, hi, Pokey. Nope, okay. Trying to be a little fancy, just jump a little higher into the star. Didn't work. You know, I wanted to double jump and then dive, and it wasn't enough. Shining atop the pyramid. Whoa! Don't, just please don't die. Yeah, that's different sand. I don't like that. See, I'd rather be dealing with ice than sand, because at least ice can be fun, kind of a little bit. You know, you slip, slide, and you go real fast. You know, like in Xenoblade. Or it can be complete. You know, depending on the physics engine, it could be completely negligible. Ow! There was 2 guys ready for me. Okay, isn't there a block that I can pick up and it bounces me? No. Whoa, look at it go. Where you going? Where you going? Why? Just stop already. See, ice physics can be funny. I know it's not on ice, but it's acting like it. Just gonna settle into the center there. Do a nice wiggle. Time well spent. So it's got to be a better way up there. Oh, well, how about this? No? Which way do I want to? No, that's right, you can't do this very easily. Oh, wait! Just grab the ledge, Mario. Just like in Super Mario Sunshine. There. So, atop the pyramid. Oh! That was gonna be neat. But all the professionals watching were like, no, that's not gonna work. You can't do that. You can't triple jump off the top of there. You're gonna get stuck in the sand. You're gonna get stuck in this shifting sand. Let me refresh my cap. Yep. And then I'll go over here. Don't hit me! Don't! No! Okay, we're good. Everything's fine. How are you? Is that how that Star Wars quote goes? I always really like when there's scenes that were, you know, more or less improvised, or, you know, an actor changed a scene and it ended up better because of it. Like that. I don't know if I would say that scene in Indiana Jones where he just shoots the guy is necessarily an example of that. Because, like, it's a nice subversion of the trope of, like, oh, this fancy sword fighting guy showed up. I guess it's going to be a sword duel. And it was supposed to be, but I think it was like Harrison Ford couldn't learn the choreography in time or something, or everyone was sick, so they just, and they were running out of time, so it's like, oh, just shoot him. But, you know, improvised scenes that were, or ad-libbed, I guess, more accurately. I guess there are some movies where they have improvised scenes where they are, well, that are meant to be, that were specifically meant to be ad-libbed. Although I can't think of any examples off the top of my head because I'm not that much of a movie guy. I like watching movies. I want to watch more movies. I've been meaning to watch more movies lately, and I just haven't because I'm like, oh, it's I don't know, it's close to dinner time. I don't want to start a movie and then be interrupted by dinner. Oh, hey, there we go. Got the star. Was kind of panicking there a little bit. Just a tiny bit about the fact that I was sliding off the pyramid and was possibly going to slip past where I wanted to be. But it worked out. Shifting sand land. What? That's the wrong thing. Inside the ancient pyramid. We're going inside. Cool. Almost wanted to just say no to the wing cap. Get the shot guy. Aww. Yep. Ugh, fine. Ugh. Like you do, get out from under there. Jeez, man. See, I did it on top this time. I didn't try to go down into the sand because I knew it wasn't going to work. I'm learning. Inside the pyramid. Now what? That was all the hint I was given. Guess I'll climb to the top because that's what you do. You go up. You ever notice that? Mario levels always have you go up. Why up? Why not down sometimes? Oh, hello. Boom. See, that's hilarious to me that you can just run straight into a wall and Mario will just crash and go boom. Upon 4 towers, one must alight. Then at the peak shall shine the light. I give that poem a C. Okay, now where do I go if I want to go up? I guess over around this way? I swear, because of all the times I've seen people do this pyramid, I thought over there was where it starts. Maybe I could have gotten on top of the thwomp, I guess. Man, how come they don't do themed thwomps anymore? This was like the only game where a different area got different themed thwomps. Even if they're called something different, they're still functionally exactly like a thwomp. I can't climb that? Okay. Ramp then. Like, honestly, I would like to see more of that in Mario, is just, you know, enemies being, you know, not one-off enemies, but just themed to the area. I could swear there's a game I played recently where they would take generic enemies and retheme them the exact same for the, you know, the exact same enemies, but retheme them for the area. I think I'm thinking of Yooka-Laylee. Which, you know, if you got sets of enemies that work, you know, you could, if you got enough enemy variety to keep them fresh, then why not have your, you know, the next area, if it's got a strong theme like, you know, Pyramid, then why not theme your enemies accordingly? They can still have the same functions. I mean, I you know, the obvious thing is, well, they would just make new enemies that act differently, and it's like, okay, yeah, that's fine. You know, for some reason, the example that first comes to mind is Sticker Star, which is not what I imagine people would think of first when they think enemy variety. Honestly, it's not even what I would think of when I think of enemy variety, but I just did, apparently. Don't know what that guy's called, but he's kind of neat, I guess. Lakitu, get out of there. Get out from under the thing. You're supposed to be over it. You're supposed to be showing people footage of Mario doing cool things. Yeah, for some reason, my mind jumps to Sticker Star. Like, you know, you have your Goombas and your Koopas in the first world. And then, like, you get to the desert, and now there's Dry Bones. And it's like, you know, they could just retheme the Koopas and the Goombas to be Egypt-themed. To be deserty. But instead, they're like, no, you know what? Shy Guys. And actually, I think they do Red Koopas and Dry Bones and Hammer Bros. Oh! Can you get off me, please? Thank you. Can I get on top? There. I was a little afraid he would jump up and then I would get squished against the ceiling. But same difference, I guess. I think this is one of those areas where if I die here, that I'll just come back in. I'll just start back in this part. There. Now, are you inside the pyramid or are you a different star? Because I know there's 2 inside. And I know it doesn't matter, but I want to do the order. Yeah, inside the ancient pyramid. Water tastes good. Stand tall on the 4 pillars. Ah, see, I like that. You know, you have the opportunity to read the hint inside the pyramid, and then they're like, okay, do it. Do it. You won't. And you don't have to. But I will. Because it's not like I know of any other stars right now besides a second one inside the pyramid. There. I was going to say, I'm starting to get good at this. You know, getting up here. No, because I still struggle to do that. Okay, stand tall atop the pillars. Ah, okay. Now, isn't this... Whoa, okay. Thank you? Because now I'm... Oh, I missed. Yeah, these pillars have a weird quality that you can run straight up them. I think they're going for like a Super Mario World kind of thing. With like the triangle blocks. The little triangles that would be in places, and you could just run straight at them and you'd run up the wall. I loved that when I was a kid. Like, I wasn't very good at Super Mario World. I couldn't make it past, like, the second world on my own. So, I mostly just replayed the first world and, like, the first level of the second world. But I remember that side area in that first level of the second world. Donut Plains, I think it was. Where it's basically just a cape course. What is that power-up formally called? I just know it is the cape. The super cape, I guess. Yeah, I love that course. And like that's how that course would start. It was you go up you go up these really tall pipes by using one of those triangle blocks. You. And it's just when you think about the fact that that's basically the only Mario game that does that, as far as I'm aware. It is a fun little detail. It's just a fun little element of that game that makes it stand out. Just a little bit of weirdness, like, hey, did you know you could run up the walls sometimes? Whoa. And apparently in this game, you can just casually walk, tiptoe even. Excuse me. That makes no sense, but excuse me, stop burping! Hey, no! Ah.
Game over.
Pull your mustache for doing. That's your ear!
Okie dokie.
See, it's funny because I could have saved my lives. Literally, you know, my one-ups from last time. But I decided, no, I'm going to turn off the game and have the true Super Mario 64 experience of always starting over whenever you turn it off. I could have had more lives, and I didn't. Oh, you could just dive right through Pokey. Okay. I'm not used to being able to physically touch Pokey. Take that, Pokey. Thanks for the blue coin. Too bad it won't give me a shine. Ooh. I forgot that's there. Actually, I think that's another way I could be accessing these towers. Let me go for the hardest. Let's go for the most dangerous one first. The one that's over this death sand. Man, it's crazy to me. I just realized that Shy Guys can just shoot fire. They could just shoot fire at you in this game. It's like that's not a usual Shy Guy ability. It doesn't make sense. Or I guess that's a Fly Guy, but whatever, same difference. But I guess I'm just so used to there being a bajillion different variants of Shy Guys that normal, regular, shy guy shooting fire just doesn't make sense to me. Oh, is this the second one that's inside the pyramid? Oh. Yeah. Because this, if the camera will be good, this takes you down to the Paradise City. I'm not gonna say any more of that because I kind of hate that song. Because it would always be playing whenever I turn on Burnout Paradise. Because it's supposed to, and it's, you know, kind of appropriate for Burnout Paradise, but doesn't mean I didn't get annoyed by it. Who walk here? Who break seal? Wake ancient ones. We no like light. We no like intruders. Now battle. Hand to hand. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna be mad at him for thinking that's his original pun, because he's in a pyramid. He doesn't know. And I just immediately get sumoed out. Wow. Well, good thing that starts there. I still gotta wait for this to come down, but... What I think is funny is that people always get mano a mano wrong. They always think it means, you know, person to person, you know, man to man. It's hand to hand. So if you're fighting someone mano a mano, it means unarmed. There have been things that have gotten that wrong. It's like really? I mean, like you couldn't look into it like a little bit to find out that it means hand to hand. It's like I barely know any Spanish, and I know that mano is hand. You know, lavate las manos. What happened? We crushed like a pebble. You're so strong. You rule ancient pyramid for today. Now we take Star of Power. We sleep. Darkness. You know, I suppose you could assume that that's an ancient form of Thwomp. A distant ancient relative of Thwomps and Thwimps and Womps. And all those other crushy guys. Hey, we're at 60 stars now. Free flying for 8 red coins. Uh-oh. Well, nothing to it but to do it, so I shouldn't complain. Hey, look, there's one over there already. If I didn't already know this one was here, it probably would have been the last one I pick up. It's like, who would think to look over to the left at the start of the level? Like, what is this? Donkey Kong Country Returns? I actually recently finished replaying that. And, definitely a good game, but I don't think the end, you know, I don't think it sticks to landing at the end there, because the final world, really just that, like, the really last one, the lava world. I don't feel like it does anything terribly original for any of its levels. Okay, I don't want to fly past these boxes. I'm gonna get the ones that are in the sky, and then I'll get the ones on the ground, because it's not really cheating. It's using the tools I have available to me, but I want to do it the way you're supposed to. I want to walk the danger path. Yeah, like the lava world. Like there so many of, like, half of those stages. I can't even find the right words. So many of those stages are just the vehicle stages. Because it starts off with a rocket barrel level, or no, it starts off with an okay level that I don't think does anything, you know, remarkable. With like, you know, it's you're just regular Donkey Kong. You do it on foot. And then it's a rocket barrel level, which I hate those. I don't remember the other ones, like the earlier ones being so bad, but like the last two rocket barrel, or I guess. Like the rocket barrel level at the start of the lava level, the lava world, and the one in the factory are like the most annoying ones. Like, they definitely feel like a jump of difficulty compared to all the other. I feel like the other ones were much more reasonable, but these ones were much more tight in where you were allowed to fly. And, you know, in case you didn't know, you take one hit in the rocket barrel, you collide with anything, you touch, tap, tickle, you explode and die, and you start from your last checkpoint. And I really dislike that about the rocket barrels. Whoa! In the first country returns. Thankfully, they changed it for Tropical Freeze, and you get 2 hits. It's a lot more merciful. But they were really annoying in returns, and especially those. And that's one of like half of the levels in that lava world. It's like rocket barrel, and then you're on the minecart. Which, granted, I think that's the only minecart stage in all of Returns where you're standing on top of the minecart, basically surfing on it, instead of being inside of it. Which, if that's the case, I can kind of accept it as like a new idea. But it's, I think there's too many, because there's the one rocket barrel level, and then you're immediately in a minecart level, and then it's like 1 or 2 more on foot levels. That's like one's all about dodging these lava guys, and then, or maybe that was the first one, I forget. And then the second one is like you're being chased by rising lava. Which is like, oh wow, such an original idea. Being chased by rising lava in a lava world. No platformer has ever had rising lava in the lava world. Wow. And it's especially in contrast to, you know, they're still doing great on level design in the world just before the factory level. Because I remember there was a stage that opens up with, like, scales. You know, where it's like you stand on one side and it makes the other side go up. And I'm like, oh, great. It's this thing. Lovely. I love this feature. Wow. But it actually wasn't so bad. Like, they actually did some pretty clever stuff with that. That reiterated on the idea of you stand here and it moves. Well, I didn't mean to... I didn't grab that. I didn't press the button to grab that. And here's the real kicker about that that final level or final world in Donkey Kong Country Returns is that the final boss opens with a rocket barrel stage. And I cannot fathom why they thought that was why that was necessary. Why it couldn't have just been its own level. Like maybe they were gonna do that and it just wasn't long enough, so they just stapled it on to the final boss. Or maybe they thought the final boss wasn't hard enough, so they stapled that on. Or both. Maybe they're just running out of development time. But the worst part is that, so you start the level and you get Diddy. Pretty normal for a boss stage. But if you die to the boss itself, it starts after the rocket barrel, which is it's a checkpoint. Thankfully, you don't have to do the rocket barrel stage again, the rocket barrel part of that stage again. But they don't give you Diddy. So if you die at any point during the final boss fight, you don't get Diddy. Which, in case you haven't played Donkey Kong Country Returns, Diddy gives you 2 extra hits. Taking you from 2 health to 4 health. In addition to his rocket barrel jetpack thing. You know, he can fly real high with his jetpack. Actually, not really that high in returns. It's more of a hover. But yeah, so like half of that lava world is auto-scrolling vehicle segments, basically. Auto-scrolling instant deaths segments. And then the final boss just has the misfortune. You know, it's a fine final boss, but it just has the misfortune of being half of the level being a rocket barrel stage. That also means that you don't start with Diddy if you die to the boss itself. Anyway, hi Darian. Nice to see you. Second least favorite level. Well, I can't say I hate it. I definitely feel like it's not the same as Gobi's Valley for me. Although I still can't really remember why I didn't like Gobi's Valley. And there. Oh, you know what I didn't get? I didn't get the one near the start.
Game over. Okie dokie.
Speaking of start. Excuse me. You know, I can't even remember why. I don't even remember how I got to talking about Donkey Kong Country Returns. Oh yeah, because there was the red coin that you get from going left at the start, and I was like, "What is this like? Was this like Donkey Kong Country Returns?" Because they like to hide collectibles to the left of where you start. But you know, I've started playing Tropical Freeze yesterday, replaying it. And I'm liking it so far, but the first world I feel like doesn't really do anything special. But, you know, it's the first world. It's there to introduce you to the gameplay mechanics. I like the swimming. Swimming is pretty neat. Get up there. And it seems like for the most part those first few levels are built around introducing you to the you know, not just the base mechanics for Donkey Kong, but also for Diddy and Dixie and Cranky and Win. Yeah, I'm just gonna use the pillars to jump off of them and get the coins that way. Sounds like the smart idea. Whoop. Oh, come on. I can't bank my turns like I can in Banjo-Kazooie. Go on up. There, okay. Now let's go refresh the cap. And not die like we did before. Oop. Woohoo! Oh, I see a red coin. Okay, so I think I know where they all are then. Oh, no! No! Come on! Kick the wall. Because wall kicks will work. I was gonna try to be cool and do the kick jump, kick flip jump. You know, do this move. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting long jumps are a thing and they make you go fast. Also, can I make this with a backflip? No. I think I've started to get the hang of doing this move. Because you gotta wait for Mario to go into the slide animation. And I assume you have to be going a certain speed, just like doing a dive. Let's get this one first, because this appears to be the one that keeps killing me. Dude. Should I refresh my cap? I should probably refresh my cap. Ugh. It's not how you get a cap. You don't ram your head into the block. Mario doesn't ram his head into blocks. He punches them. It's been confirmed canon. I'm gonna refresh it again. Just be safe. Okay, so there's... Oh, come on. That one. I saw one down here in the water. I'm surprised this is actually deep enough to swim in. Leave me alone, Klepto. Okay, I see it coming. This is a safe spot. I like what they do in Galaxy, where they do a little hop before they restart on their path. It's just a little detail I like. Where's your safe spot? Okay, cool. Right for the head. Yeah, sniped him. You're moving too slow, Pokey. Too slow, Pokey. I thought I saw one over here. Is there not one over here after all? I don't get why they don't let you... Like, I can understand the camera swiveling in intervals. You know, going over whoop instead of, you know, gently letting me shift it over. I do not understand why it's not... Like, why you can do this, and then it's like, no, you can't swivel anymore. Like, I get that there's no level out there to look at. But if I do this... Well, okay, I guess it's not really looking outside the level anymore, but it's still kind of annoying. No, not dive. Punch. It's weird to think that there's a block that Mario can't dive through, but oh, there it is. But he can just stand there and punch it. Although, I guess like I was saying, he doesn't hit them with his head. He punches them. So I guess it is canon that Mario is strong enough to punch through brick wall. And by extension, whatever kind of blocks those are that have all the cracks in them. That are presumably some kind of stone. Kick the wall. Pyramid puzzle. Oh, this is the other one inside the pyramid, I suppose. Whoop. Whoa! Let me land on the fly guy. I want to land on the fly guy. Whee! Okay, now let me check this out, just for the sake of the 100 coin. Ah, I was wondering if you get more coins if you kill him when he's just ahead. Like maybe he drops 2 blue coins. Yep. Actually, you know what? Instead of using the cap, let's see what the Because I feel like using the cap is kind of the cheap way to get to the pyramid. Although maybe there isn't a way up there to begin with. Oh, weird. When he's just ahead, he actually has a tiny body. Apparently he's programmed to not be allowed to have no body. Yeah, because it does kind of look like there's a whole path around, like spiraling around this world. That's how you're supposed to get there. But Go non-canon, the U.S. Super Mario Bros. Manual said that Bowser turned the... Yeah, that's definitely been retconned. I think that's a detail that was never meant to exist to begin with. Uh-oh. You know, turning the residents... Like, who thought that was a good idea? What person on the localization team thought, hey, you know those things that you can break in every level? You know, that you can break open to get to shortcuts? That, you know, the entire underground is made of? Let's make it canon that Bowser turned people into those blocks. That all those blocks are people. Like, I definitely, you know, I firmly believe that that has been retconned. And that was never meant to be detailed to begin with. Because it's such a stupid detail. Like, why blocks? It really doesn't make any sense. Whoa, okay. Yep, there we go. Oh, whoa, come on. Okay, fine. Throw me up into the air. I basically made the quote-unquote normal path around anyway. So you could kill me if you want. I'll just fly back next time. Trying to read the rest of the actual full message. People of the Mushroom Kingdom to 1 to mushroom bushes, clouds, and blocks. Oh, okay, multiple stuff. Oh, it wasn't just like the Koopalings being Bowser's children. Only the man in the cartoons ever said that. Yeah, but still, it's like, yeah. There are some people who like to pretend that's canon. It's like, oh, hey, did you know in the original, oh, Mario's a sociopath because in the original, all the blocks he breaks were people. It's like, no. I don't even know if Mario Bros. 1 is canon anymore, let alone that people were ever turned into blocks. Also, anyone who tries to tell you that Mario's a sociopath is silly, because he's not. That's not what he's about. I bet the people who like to believe that Mario's a sociopath are the same people who are like, man, Superman is so lame because he doesn't kill people. Hey, you know what will make Batman cool? You should give him a gun. It's like, Mario is supposed to be the good guy. He's supposed to be this... I think I've already even said this in this series. Mario is supposed to be lighthearted and friendly, and Mario the person is supposed to be really friendly and kind, and you know, basically the Mushroom Kingdom Superman, except not as ultimately powerful. Yeah, it's definitely that kind of, you know, I've heard it called the dark second reading. Where it's like, you know, you read something one time and it's like, oh wow, that was an interesting story, and then you read it again, it's like, oh man, I didn't notice before, this detail is actually really, really dark. It's like, there's people try to force that into so many different things for some reason, and I don't understand it. Like, you don't have to suddenly, you know, make the realize, oh, it turns out Kirby was the villain the whole time. It's like, no, that doesn't have to be the case. Sometimes, you know, sure, gameplay makes you kill a ton of enemies, and Kirby eats everything and everyone. Doesn't have to mean they canonically die and that he's canonically some kind of maniac. Look what happened to Superman was what he actually did kill. Yeah, like Injustice and, like there's, shoot, what were they called? Like, this is something I learned of from, Overly Sarcastic Productions. They did actually, I think, a couple, like, hour or two long videos talking about the idea of, you know, Superman and the idea of the evil Superman and why a lot of things fail at it. And they gave some examples of Superman that actually did kill, that weren't just like, hey, look, Superman is evil now. Like, they actually made it a complicated situation. Like, you know, there is injustice with, like, regime Superman. And then there's, like, I think it's Red Sun Superman, where he's like an ally of Stalin or something like that. But you know, it's not just like, oh look, it's evil Superman. He kills people. Whoa. There is. I see a red coin. I see something over there. Let me follow the flow of the sand if I can. Didn't mean for that to be kind of funny sounding sentence. Yeah, there's the good Superman, but he kills stories are more than just, oh wow, he kills people. There's always more about like the intricacies of how far he goes to protect people. And okay, seriously, why can I not swivel the camera around this way? Lackey 2, what the heck are you doing? You know, they always present the good ones anyway, you know, not like, well, I guess never mind. The example I thought of wasn't actually a Superman that kills, just a bad Superman interpretation. But, you know, like, the good stories of, you know, what if Superman kills people are more than just, you know, they use Superman killing people as a means of showing how far he would go to protect people, that he would even, you know, abandon his own morals about killing being wrong if it meant he could save a bajillion more people. And that's kind of why Injustice Superman works, because it's not just, oh, the Joker tricked Superman into killing Lois Lane. It's Superman goes mad because Superman, you know, he got tricked into killing Lois Lane. You know, it's I had figured that out in my head as I was saying that, and now I've forgotten it. It's like, wait, where was I going with that again? No, do backflip! Ah, whatever. Can't find the secret. Oh yeah, I guess there's probably signs around here that explain the secret. Like maybe this one? No. Was that about a flying bird? Oh, same as grabbing a flying bird. Well, then Injustice Superman only gets worse after those events, like becoming a Yellow Lantern. I didn't know that part about becoming a Yellow Lantern. But yeah, that kind of getting tricked by Joker isn't just like the end of the story isn't, whoa, Superman killed the Joker, that's so crazy. It's the fallout of those things that makes that story interesting. It's, you know, it's a catalyst of Superman becoming, you know, he forms the regime, and he's so determined to prevent something like that ever happening again that he goes too far and starts being, you know, kind of annoying in his sense of justice. And, well, apparently that was one of the secrets. This is one of those times where I have to find red numbers. And now I forget what, you know, I was on that Superman tyrant, or not tyrant. Well, Mario, what are you even doing? Tangent, that's the word I wanted. Superman tangent for so long, I forgot what even got me on there. I was just talking about Mario and like things that are canon, like, yeah, the dark second reading kind of thing. So many people just want to like look at something. It's like, oh, but no, but if you realize that, you know, Kirby eats all the enemies, that means Kirby's the real bad guy. It's like, no. Like, just because you can make something dark by thinking about like, oh man, what if these characters were dead the whole time? Like, doesn't mean you have to make that about everything. The fact that people try to say Mario is a sociopath. Thank you for reminding me what got me on that tangent. Like, I saw a video that was talking about, I think it was about the idea of the dark second reading, but it was also talking about that applied to Zelda games. And like how, well, if you really think about it, every every Zelda game is the darkest Zelda game. But that was exactly their point. I'm not trying to mock them like they were the ones saying that. I mean, you know, they were, but that was their point, was that, you know, if you really looked at it, anything could be the darkest of whatever. And that it's kind of pointless to put that perspective on literally everything. And then the takeaway of that video was actually that there's always a lot of darkness in all the Zelda games, but it's also always filled with just as much hope. Which is the real beauty of the series, is that despite how dark things can get, that there's always the glimmer of hope. You know, that the people are always waiting for a hero to show up. Because they know it will happen, and it does happen. It always happens. Phone, would you stop going off? I'm busy talking about Zelda games while playing a Mario game. That's literally the most important thing I could be possibly doing with my time right now. And it may sound like I'm exaggerating. I'm not really. It's like, there's good topics to talk about. It's a good thing to talk about, and a good thing to be playing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these secrets want me running down that sandy path. Get sand in my shoes, and in my toes, and in my drawers. Get out of the sand. The sand is the worst because it doesn't let you like do a full jump out of it, even though you would think that's how sand works, because usually that's how sand works. I guess that's supposed to be the point of this obstacle, but it's still kind of obnoxious. It's like when you're in a water level in a 2D game, and you're like at the top of the water, and you can't tell which A press is going to be the A press that's at the top of the water, so you don't know how you don't know when to hold that A press a long time, so you get a good jump out of the water. Dang it! I didn't mean to jump over the fence back into the sand. I like how it's making the camera sound like Lakitu's moving, but it was not moving at all. It's like, good job, Lakitu. I'm gonna yell at Lakitu instead of screaming about the camera, because it's like, yeah, it's the first 3D platformer with a free moving camera. Can't really be mad that it's not the best camera ever. So instead, I will yell at Lakitu for being a bad cameraman. I mean, you could say that's the same thing, but it's like, well, you know, one is me getting mad at, you know, in a meta sense of like, man, this game is not well designed. And the other is me being mad at something that doesn't really exist, that isn't actually at fault for how the camera works. Because, like, it's contextualized as Lakitu floating around with a camera on a fishing pole. Which, by the way, sounds like a terrible way to shoot your footage for anything, unless you have extra threads on it stabilizing your camera, which Lakitu does not. He only has the one thread holding the camera. Further proof that Lakitu is just terrible at his job. Whoa, okay, get over there. Whoa, okay. I intentionally chose the hard way to do that because it was more exciting than just standing in a hidey hole. Excuse me. I mean, yeah, that's what I mean. Is like it's cool that they contextualize it as Lakitu, but also that's the thing I'm gonna get mad at instead of actually being mad at the game design, because you know it's just the context of the camera. It's not the actual cause of the camera being the way it is. Lakitu, would you get out from under the thing? Because really, that's what you're controlling, is you're controlling Lakitu. You're not really controlling the camera. You're controlling Lakitu holding the camera. And right now, he's being a mondo idiot. It's like, how do you think you're going to shoot good footage of Mario through a solid platform? Like, why would you do that? That's not cinematography. Like, I may not know anything about, like, when you should use a Dutch angle or anything about rule of thirds or anything like that. But I know that when you're shooting footage of a person, you don't want a solid object in the way of that person. You just don't do it. Wow. Oh. Tried to do a long jump and he didn't long jump. Yeah, you should be able to grab that ledge. Like Super Mario Sunshine. Woo! I like the fact that the long jump is not only a long, but it's also a jump. So sometimes you can go over things that are in your path as you try to make a long jump, you know, for distance. It's a satisfying upward arc. Wait, am I higher than I need to be to reach that platform I was trying to reach? Hang on. Let me be a smart person, and instead of yelling at Lakitu for not being able to rotate where I want him to rotate, how about I just look with my eyes, with Mario's thankfully not gigantic head, in contrast to Conker's ginormous head that is always in the way of the camera. Okay. It's fine, there's a heart over here. I don't mind getting run over by a reindeer. You think that heart's in here specifically because of this star? Because they know people are going to be running up and down this pyramid trying to find that secret? Trying to find the secret star? I mean, this is not really a secret star because they tell you about it. This isn't like Super Mario Sunshine where sometimes there are shines that they don't tell you about. That you just... There's two to every level that you just have to find. Like the second shine for doing the blooper racing, or the blooper race course in Rico Harbor. Nope, that was too far down again. Excuse me. Alright, that's fine. You know, completely random. I just realized I had peppers I could have been putting on the veggie burgers I had that I got to try. Because I saw a commercial for these veggie burgers that were, black bean, or spicy black bean. Which, I don't normally spring for veggie burgers over regular burgers. Because I like the taste of meat. But, you know, veggie burgers are not bad when they're not specifically trying to replace burgers. You know, when you think of them as like, there we go, there's the... Oh, was it? I thought it was 4. It's 5. Well, at least I was right about their locations. The location of the Ringmaster's head. Like, these veggie burgers were really good because they weren't trying to replace a standard burger. They were trying to be a new interesting thing to eat. You know, like a chicken sandwich. It's not trying to be a burger. But, you know, it's something you might consider instead of a burger. No, come on. No, not down the hole. Don't flush me. Not the other hole. Okay. Yeah, and these were really good. Because they actually kind of tasted like a taco. And sure, it's just like... Well, then why wouldn't you just have a taco? Taco's not something I can just make myself. Like, I can do burger. I can't do taco. Made your own black bean burgers. Is it hard to make a black bean burger? Because in my mind, it sounds like it'd be tricky. But then maybe it's just like, oh, just mash up some black beans and then smoosh it into the shape of a patty. Dude, I'm telling you, I don't like the sand. It's coarse, it's rough, and it makes me unable to jump. Also, another thing I liked about these black bean burgers was that they tasted basically the exact same whether I microwave them or put them in the oven, which is great because normally I put things in the oven because I prefer the taste of things in the oven. Finally get this star. But also sometimes the oven's busy and I don't feel like dealing with like trying to figure out, you know, how to balance temperatures with whatever's already being made. So it's just nice to be able to, like, you know, put it in the microwave and not have that feel like a sacrifice. Time to do 100 coins. But hey, my score's 49, and that's without trying, so maybe this won't be so bad. Although, you know, 8 red coins shouldn't have been hard, and I kept dying, so, maybe I'll avoid most of them. If I can. Like, I'll try to get them, but I feel like that's pretty risky. It's going for those. Oh, I knew you could die there. And I still wasn't as careful as I needed to be. Yeah, I don't know this for a fact, but I'm gonna go with star 2 instead of star 1 because I assume Klepto could be a hassle in this case. He could get in my way. I know he's still in the level, but I don't know. Him carrying around a star, I feel like has the potential to kill me. Whee! Ah, no! It didn't make the box explode. It made the box vanish! Oh, come on! That guy running in circles trying to catch me. Ow! Well, I overestimated how much time he had left. Where'd that Pokey go? There he is. I know my Oh, okay. Yeah. I was relieved because at first I panicked because it was like, oh no, it's up on the thing. I don't know if I can get up there in time to get it. Oh, oops, that box is going to Michigan. Bye. But then it's like, oh, good, it's falling down here. But then I panicked again. It's like, oh no, it's gonna fall into the pit. It's gonna fall into where it's gonna fall into the sand vortex. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Well, you know what? I'll take it. I guess this is an easier way I could have used to get over here. Boom! Oh, come on. Say hi when it gets here. Alright. I have to send me whatever coins pop out. Oh, right, that's a 1-up. Not risking my life for that 1-up. Okay, so it's that red coin over there that I'm worried about. So I won't worry about it. Why did you spin like that, Mario? Ah, wasn't sure if I could make it. Okay, let's get this open without falling on the fly guy. And get the appropriate amount of coins from that. Oh, come on. Okay, now I killed the fly guy. Pretty fly guy for a coin guy. I don't know. I was going for a pretty fly for a white guy, and then I realized I messed it up. It was supposed to be pretty white for a fly guy. That's how you make that joke. It's too bad there aren't fly guys that have white outfits and red masks. You know, they're inverted palette, basically. Except not inverted, because, like, inverted colors actually would be, like, blue with a black collar or something like that, or black mask. Alright, is your... Yeah, okay. I was wondering if your fuse was going. Why is this slippery? It's sand! Ah, that one went up there. Ah. I'm not getting that. No, not a dive. Punch. Does a coin happen to still be up here? No. Now let's use a shell to get up the pyramid. You know, send him shooting up the pipe. Oh, wait, that's a ball. Whoop. Nope, go back. Alright, I missed one coin! Yeah, you know what? I think I'm starting to say this is my least favorite level 2. Because stuff like that, yeah, that's pretty annoying. I hate that. Instant death because you just ran into one wall? Yeah, that's pretty stupid. Nice backflip, Mario. Taking all of them. Where'd you go? Two coins, I found them, guys. Now get away from the pit. I thought Mario's turn radius was bad. Man, Goombas have terrible turn radius. Okay, now let's not let this block get away from me. 3 coins. Woo! Okay, same idea. Shell, so I can get up the pyramid and get those coins. Alright, I'll just stick to the wing cap then. I need that. It looked like it almost rolled down to me. Dude! Didn't even finish my train of thought with the putting the peppers on the black bean veggie burgers. Yeah, since they were already set up to be spicy, I figured, like, you know, put more spicy stuff on them. So I got pepper jack cheese. And I plan to put this hot sauce I have on it. And I did. And I don't think it ever crossed my mind that, like, oh yeah, I still have pepperoncini I could be putting on there. I don't think I did that with any of them. I should have done that. But it would have been good. Oh, Mario, get up there. I don't know if I want to wait for the fly guy to... Ow! Dude! This fly guy is... Wait, is he stuck? I was gonna say he's insane. He's stuck. Those just fell. And oh, I thought they would have fallen into the vortex. Well, they will if I don't get up there. Whew, I thought I made a mistake there. Yeah, forget the red coins. I don't want to deal with it. I guess I have to. Oh, man. No, not it. Oh. I hate this level. This stupid sand and falling and dying and... I just want 100 coins, man. Stop falling in the sand and having to do the same stupid stuff at the beginning again. You think Mario does that because he lands on their propellers? Because fly guys have propellers on their heads, and landing on a propeller makes Mario spin. No, you get back here. Snipe job. Stop landing up there. No. Two more worlds you hate more than this. Good. Can't wait. Wait, I heard it land. Oh well, that's one coin I'm not getting. I don't know how many's in the pyramid, but I have to assume enough. Probably enough. You know, I had heard, I think this was after the stream on Friday, that apparently Metroid Prime Remake is showing up to some stores early, which, you know, by the way, it's still not out yet. That comes out this Wednesday. And, apparently, I guess depends on the store. You can just straight up get it early. And I saw someone say that GameStop has just given out a memo to employees like, hey, if it shows up early, you can just give it out to people who bought it. So I had my brother, when he went over around the area of the GameStop I pre-ordered from, to ask them if they got it in early. And they said no, and they might not actually have any come in on the 2nd, which is like, what? How do you not have a game show up on time? How do you not have the game show up on the... okay, fine, don't have it early, that's okay. I don't need it early. But I would like it on time, please! It's like, I know it's not GameStop's fault. Definitely not the fault of the people who work at my local GameStop. They just work the cash register, and then when things show up, they show up. Like, they don't have any say in that. But it's like, come on. Whoever's working GameStop shipments, come on. You better show up on the 2nd. Or, no, not the 2nd, the 22nd. So it's supposed to show up on the 22nd, but apparently they said, like, oh yeah, it might not come in until, like, actually I forget if it was March 2nd or March 5th. But I would like it to be sooner than that, please, because I'm going to take the time to go out that way on Wednesday, and if it's not there, then I'm... I almost saved it. If I'm gonna go out that way, I would like to do more than just go to Taco Bell, which was supposed to be like, hey, yeah, cool day, I get to pick up Metroid Prime Remake, or Metroid Prime Remaster, and eat Taco Bell. That'd be a good day. I'd like for it to not just be Taco Bell. Would still be a good day having Taco Bell, but I would like my game to show up on the day it's supposed to come out. I've had that happen with GameStop a lot, which is why I decided if I'm gonna get it late anyway, I might as well pre-order through Amazon. Yeah, that's fair. For me, it's just easier to go to GameStop and pre-order from them than it is to put money in the bank and order from Amazon. Which my sister saw that Tears of the Kingdom Collector's Edition was on sale on Amazon, so she got that for me. So now I have Tears of the Kingdom coming to me through Amazon, so if Amazon ships early, I'll have it early. And if they ship late, I'll have it late. Which, you know, I don't know Amazon's track record with showing up late, but I have seen a few Reddit posts where people were excited about games like, hey, look, my game came out early. I got my copy early. It's like, hey, cool, good for you. That's cool. It's usually never a game I care to get for myself. But, you know, good for people who bought through Amazon that their games sometimes show up early. Ow. And it's gone. Well, don't jump into the pit. I could swear that works before. Where I've thrown that into a box and it blows up on its, you know, the small box itself explodes. But alright, thanks for that. Stupid shifting sand lands. More like grifting hand pans. Oh, come on. I know you can make that. That's okay. I don't know Zelda CDI references, so I didn't even pick up on that. Like I think the only Zelda CDI joke I know is my boy. That's just because it's Chuck and Conroy. Ow. See up through his head. Oh wow, that worked. I did not think it would. Alright, Bon Buddy. I haven't even seen the cannon yet. So maybe I'm right that the cannon in this world is useless. I mean, probably a good way to get flying, but it's not like it's hard to get flying. It's not like it's Banjo-Kazooie where you need the cannon to be able to fly in the first place. You know, equate the cannon with a flight pad. Oh, this is not the kind of box I thought it was. Whoa! Come to me, coins. Please. Please. Okay, I got 4 out of 5 of them. That's fine. 4 out of 5 dentists agree that getting 4 out of 5 coins from that box is acceptable. And there's 45 coins. Speaking of 4s and 5s. You get the red coins without the cannon? That's how you're supposed to do that? Okay, cool. I did it the hard way. I get cool guy points. Should pick this up so I don't have to come back from Peach's castle again. Yep. You. Okay. Now go up. Go up the tower. $50. Okay. At this point, I feel like I'm trying my luck collecting any more coins out here. Better refresh. Because it's like if you go to the top of these pillars and just do a triple jump off of here, all you gotta do is not miss, and there you go. There's a red coin. Yeah, forget that last one. I'm just gonna go inside the pyramid now. 58, that should be good enough. I feel more confident that there should be more coins inside the pyramid than there were inside the volcano in Hot World. Because I feel pretty confident that I've scoured all of the desert that I could. Might have forgot that one that was in the one red coin that was in the water, or the one behind, to the left to start, like it's Donkey Kong Country Returns. But it still is like, at least half of the coins have to be inside the pyramid, right? As long as I avoid falling down the sand pits. It should be kind of hard to die. Lethal Lava Land, yeah. That's the place. That's Fireland. Here's that guy that Tim says no one in the history of ever has ever been hurt by. And I'm just waiting for that moment where I get hit by him. But I think the thing about him is that he's too low to hit you while you're hanging up here. And he probably goes too close to the pillar for you to get hit by him when you're on the ground. Hi, walking coin. I mean Goomba. Give me that. Also, I still have not decided what would be the best course of action if GameStop indeed does not get any copies of Metroid Prime Remastered in on time. Like, would it be better to go to a different GameStop and try to redeem my pre-order there, or... Whoops! I didn't mean to hit the trigger. Hit my hand on my keyboard. But yeah, would it be easier to try to redeem it at a different GameStop, or... you know, cancel my pre-order and take that money to Walmart. Because I think they have their copies in already. But at the same time, it's like I don't want to cancel my pre-order just in you know, just on the off chance that GameStop has some kind of cool pre-order bonus, or really any kind of pre-order bonus for the game that I would miss out on by going with going to Walmart. Okay, maybe I don't have to slide against the wall or siddle. Is it siddling if you're facing forward? I only know it as having your back to the wall, like in Wind Waker. Definitely didn't misread that as slide when I was a kid. No, because I'm an intelligent person who can always read words the right way the first time. It's okay, but I'll wait my turn. You take your time. No, I wanted to dive. There we go. Oh, that's not enough quite yet. There we go. Way easier once you get enough coins to go inside the pyramid and get the rest of the coins. Now that I'm not dealing with death pits. There's still death pits around, but I'm not constantly dealing with them. They're not around every corner. Which is my only problem with this world, really. Like, I can accept, you know, the death pits existing. I can accept that part with the, what are they called, tox boxes. And, you know, I can accept all the other mechanics, but just the absolute abundance of death pits, it's like, come on, man. Like, do you even want me to finish this world? Because I don't think you want me to. Did I get Mips? Did I get this guy? Ooh, I think I already did. Again, that is just the best, that is the funniest sound you could possibly play for someone running headfirst into a wall trying to catch a rabbit. That's funnier than Looney Tunes, man. Yeah, there we go. No, you again. I'm in a hurry, can't you see? Don't have time to squabble over stars, but you do have time to run back and forth in the same basement, never leaving the area. Here, have it. I meant to hide from you. You said I'm in such a rush. No, let's be off. Ow, let go! Oh, he did have a second one. No, the second one! Wow, another power star. Maybe getting his courage from the power of the castle. Do you want to save? And on this, my 64th star, I shall take a break and get more water and stuff. I'll be right back. Ah man, I forgot to press pause the recording so that my YouTube footage takes up less space. You know, because I don't need it to save the breaks. It's literally just this music for however long I'm gone for. This Battle Network collection is up for pre-order on Amazon. I hope you can manage to get that, and I hope it comes in early. It's, you know, tied it back to what I'm saying. I know you see. I know you see what I did there. Anyway. Oh, I guess now we go take on Bowser again. I guess that's all that's left now. Which way was that? Was that out this door? Down this hallway? Wee. Yeah, it's over here. Dive on in. Oh wait. It's Dire Dire Docks. And then Bowser. Ooh. Now this, if I'm correct, this is one of the worlds where you need to pick a specific star to get all 100 coins, because after this star, Bowser's sub is no longer there. I think. Okay. See, this is the world I was thinking of, where Polter almost didn't get all 100 coins, and then he swam around and was like, oh, draw distance. Was hiding some coins. Okay. That would be the best star count to end on. Yeah. But I want to try to get them all. I gotta go board Bowser's sub. So something I was thinking about before, was kind of going back to that idea of Superman and stuff, is that it's kind of a shame that there's so many people who look at Superman and think he's lame because because he doesn't kill people, instead of realizing that he's awesome because he doesn't kill people. Like, I definitely recognize that about Batman pretty early on, but I never realized that about Superman until I saw a video on it. You know, the aforementioned Overly Sarcastic Productions video talking about Superman and, you know, the idea of the evil Superman and why that doesn't really work. That Superman is awesome because you think of he only has one weakness, kryptonite. He has two weaknesses, and the second weakness is far more interesting to see to see someone try to take advantage of. His second weakness is that he cares about everyone. Everyone. Even villains. That's why he doesn't kill villains, even though it's like, oh well, if he just killed Lex Luthor, things would just be easier. It's like, that's not what it's about. Where am I even going? I've boarded the sub, now what? I guess I have to keep looking. Oh, well, there it is. Yeah, like, everyone matters to Superman. There's no one too unimportant for Superman to want to save. And as Overly Sarcastic Productions has told in their video, it's far more interesting when people exploit that weakness than when people just find a shiny green rock is like, oh, well, you got no powers anymore, Superman. And then just magically beat him until something happens that makes the kryptonite go away. Why do I feel the need for these coins? These are not red coins. Were there red coins back there? I hope. Oh, okay. I burned my butt. And now I do need coins. But I'm feeling a lot more confident in my ability to control Mario now. So hopefully this will not take as much of an eternity as getting the red coins in the first Bowser level did. Wait. Also pretty dang weak to magic. Oh yeah, that's right. But like Superman, sadly, it's hard to do his character justice, especially gaming-wise. Yeah, I'm kind of mad that the people who make the Arkham games still have not done a Superman game. Like, I know someone could easily make a really cool Superman game, and no one has done it yet. It kind of blows my mind. Yeah, I think that's that caring about people is an element of superheroes that people tend to forget about, is that, you know, why are they superheroes? It's because they like to protect people. And thankfully, Spider-Man kind of is the one character that still has that element to him. You know, he still likes to protect everyone. You know, because of Uncle Ben, basically. He doesn't want anyone else to lose their Uncle Ben. Which is great. Superman, Batman, and Spider-Man are definitely, like, the best, most awesome superheroes. And not just because basically all of them are pretty much unbeatable. It's because, you know, that it's more than just what they can do. It's, you know, who they are as people that make them really cool and really enjoyable. Because, like, Spider-Man goes into, like, you know, not just, you know, remembering the little guy, but also, like, they always remember that Spider-Man is a teenager. He's not just some guy with powers. He's a teen with powers, and he's always trying to you know, balance being a superhero with, you know, being a normal human being. And for as tired as that might sound on paper, somehow somehow a Bob-omb pushed me off a cliff. I don't know how that happened. I don't know, I feel like with Spider-Man, it always works. Because he's not just some teenager, because he's, you know, he's, at least in I think most interpretations, he's a really smart kid. And, like, I think originally some of his powers came from gadgets he himself invented. And maybe the version of Spider-Man I grew up with is, you know, the one who everything he does is a power. And maybe that is the one I kind of prefer a little bit. But, like, most interpretations of Spider-Man, I think, have gadgets that he builds himself, because he's actually pretty smart. He's not just some kid with powers, he's a smart kid with powers. Oh yeah, that's a one-up. I think the last red coin is supposed to be around here, so I definitely missed a ton. I'm basically gonna have to redo the level anyway, so how about I just go beat Bowser? Beat Boshi. Just beat Boshi? No, but I almost died. Who am I answering? I don't know. I don't even know who asks. Just beat Boshi. I think that's something Tim says. Oh, you can't wall jump off it. Jumping off of these, apparently. Yeah, I think instead of people going like, man, superheroes are dumb. Why don't they just kill people and take advantage of their powers and be totally jerks like would happen in real life? I think there needs to be more that, you know, have actually altruistic people who like to keep everyone safe no matter how small. Anyway, pester me again, are you, Mario? Can't you see that I'm having a merry little time making mischief with my minions? Now return those stars. My troops are in the walls need them. Wahaha! I like how they keep saying in the walls. Like, is it really that important? We're in the walls? It sounds a lot creepier than it actually is. Like I said, it reminds me of that episode of Bob's Burgers where Bob got stuck in the walls. But this is not like that at all. Okay, is there some secret to get him to stop teleporting? There, got him. They're all still canon, thankfully, since Spidey is big on multiverse stuff. Oh, yeah. And some Spider-Men die in horrific ways. It's unfortunate. Why is the bomb all the way over there? Why was there not a bomb where I was? Camera. I need to see a bomb. Yeah, Spider-Verse is definitely great for exploring different interpretations of Spider-Man. Why did I throw him that way? And seeing Spider-Man from different angles. And Far From Home, you know, Spider-Man Far From Home, or No Way Home, that one. Definitely one of the best Spider-Man movies because it not only, you know, pays homage to the respective Spider-Men that are crossing over, but it's also just really well done in how it does it. And like seeing the different Spider-Man interact with each other. And oh man, there's a moment I want to say, but it's wow, you beat all. It continues to surprise me how Bowser does. Like, this is the second time he's not following rule of threes. You just throw him into one bomb. I could swear you have to do more, and it's surprising me how easy this is. Wah! Can it be that I lost? The power of the stars has failed me this time. Consider this a draw. Next time, I'll be in perfect condition. Now, if you want to see your precious princess come to the top of the tower, I'll be waiting. Gwahaha! But yeah, there is this one moment in No Way Home where basically one Spider-Man gets to do something that he didn't get to do in his universe. So, you know, one of his biggest failings. He basically gets redemption for that. And it's like, that was so great. I love that moment. I mean, you know, it's when you write it down on paper, it's like, and then he does this. It's like, okay, yeah, cool. But just, you know, the fact that it happens, like, oh man, yes, they did it. You know, it's one of those things that if you saw his movie and then you see this one, it's like, oh man, oh, please tell me they're gonna do this, and then they do it. It's like, yes. Which, you know, to put it succinctly, it's fan service, but it's good fan service. You know, it's not just empty fan service. It's doing things that you would hope they would do because you're a fan of that thing. It's kind of a shame that the word fan service is like such a dirty word now. Because it kind of just boils down to, oh, anime boobies. It's like, oh, that's how you got fan services. You got to show the boobies. But fan service is more than that, and it's, you know, you could, oh man. What fan service is supposed to be is giving your fans what they come to see. And sure, if you're something like Senran Kagura, then yeah, that kind of fan service is what people come for, so it's what they should be doing, frankly. That's the kind of fan service that you expect. But, you know, you could say, like, Goku beating some guy by going Super Saiyan. That's fan service, because that's what you come to see. You come to see Goku beat up a guy. Also, gotta like how I completely trailed off on my thing of talking about superheroes. Sorry, I'm bumping my mic, scratching my face, getting all kinds of distracted. Ah, come on, bounce up high enough to get the coin. Yeah, I don't really get why people are so fixated on the idea of now superheroes have to also be terrible people in their day-to-day lives. Of, like, abusing their powers. I mean, I guess I can't name a whole lot of things that are doing that, but it's like... a specific example the only example I can think of that I have not seen, so I can't really criticize it, is The Boys. And it's acting like it's this fresh new thing of like, oh man, look at this guy. He's got superpowers. And he's a bad person. Wow. But as I've said before, and as Overly Sarcastic Productions has said in their Evil Superman video, if you give a guy powers and you make him abuse his powers, that's not an interesting concept. That's not an interesting new take on a superhero. That's literally every supervillain ever. Like, that's, you know, that's basically the difference between, I can't use this example because I don't know the villain's name, but the Shazam movie with Billy Batson and the other guy who almost got Shazam's powers but didn't because he was not fit enough for them. It's like, yeah, that's why Billy gets the powers and the other guy doesn't. It's because Billy's not gonna abuse the powers. At least not to evil extent, you know. He kind of show offy with them, you know, kind of gets internet famous with them. But, you know, he does become corrupted because of them. It's like, that's the difference between the superhero and the supervillain, is that the superhero doesn't become a bad person when he gets superpowers. But, you know, I think the thing that that The Boys is trying to go for, at least with the Homelander character, is that he pretends to be a good guy, but is actually a bad person, and that's the angle they're going for. Not just like, wow, look at this guy, isn't he interesting because he uses superpowers in bad ways? It's more in how he does it, of like... I know there was this one scene that Overly Sarcastic Productions talked about that was, they said was actually a good scene, was like this one where Homelander and this other person are like, they're trying to do this thing and it goes horribly wrong, and Homelander is like, okay, well, I guess we just have to kill everyone now, because, you know, we can't have any witnesses, because if anyone survives this, then they're gonna talk about how this actually went terrible, and it's gonna ruin our reputation. Like, that's good. That's a good use of... Oh no, I'm gonna die in the lava, aren't I? No, it's good I made it to the heart. A good use of their concept. And it's something that makes me think, like, yeah, maybe they are trying to go with pretending to be a superhero. Not like he's actually a superhero, but is corrupt. A lot more interesting than what it says on the tin. Is this the last one? Good. I did it. You know, it's funny. This lava, I feel like it's supposed to make this world scarier, but it made it easier because it's not an instant death pit. You know, it's not an instant death barrel, rocket barrel, Donkey Kong. But no, but it's okay because they fixed that in Tropical Freeze. Wow, another power star. You bet. Oh, that's right. It doesn't end there. Well, I'll just leave. I don't need to fight Bowser twice.
Excuse me.
Although I should go fight him 3 times, because then it's like I, you know, like rule of threes. Okay, so I guess now I gotta go do Dire Docks. If I'm doing stages in order. Oh! How many people have you seen hit their heads on the ceiling in this room? I'm such a revolutionary. Chests in the current. Bloosh. Yeah, because, like I said multiple times, that Poltergust had a little bit of trouble doing the 100 coins here. It's making me scared to do it. Oh yeah, that's right, I'm drowning. Pick up the coins. And find whichever chests start this chain. There we go. Oh, it picked up the bubble for me. I did not think I was anywhere near that. Okay, other way. Counterclockwise. Or anti-clockwise. But how about you? I don't have an ant named Clockwise. So it can't possibly be anti-clockwise. Oh, don't go over it. Turn around. Okay. Screw you too, treasure chest puzzle system. No, 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 no. No, if I'm gonna die to this chest. Let it be to this chest. No, I'm gonna drown. Because Mario won't turn around fast enough. Fine. Oh, don't jump into the Bowser. I'm just gonna jump into the Bowser world. Don't do that. Ah, it's Bloosh. Oh yeah, I'm going through the Manta's rings. That's gonna be a thing. Okay, so which one was first? It was that one. Ah, shark. Oh, it doesn't. Okay, I have to be. I do still have to be near to get the bubble. It's not that one. What? I thought I've tried everyone now. Oh, did I miss one? So it actually is, like, clockwise. Yeah, there we go. I got the bubble. Or did it reset? Let me go back. Check. It closes! Well, at least I get my air back. So it is counterclockwise. And they just close if you get it wrong. I don't like that. But no one ever said I like these chests to begin with. Now don't die to the vortex. Where did, oh yeah, that's on. It's like, where is it?
Here we go!
Whoa, shark. Chests in the current. Man, 6 coins. Oh man, look at that high score. I'm so good at this game. I'm gonna be speed running this at AGDQ before you know it.
Hey, go!
You know, I don't know that there's any game I do like enough to want to speed run. Like, maybe Has Been Heroes, but I don't know if you could really, like... It's a roguelike strategy game. I don't know if you could really speed run it. Like, how would you do that? Would it have to be seed mode? Or can I just start a regular game? Would it have to be from 0%, or can I use my 100% save and just, you know, complete a run? I'm sure there are people who've done some Has Been Heroes times on speedrun.com. I'll have to look after this. Trying to remember about that. Polo jumping for red coins. That's what we're doing. Speaking of not remembering. And now that we're not dealing with currents and chests, I feel like we're going to have a good time now. Until it's time to either deal with a current again or 100 coins. I guess I shouldn't say current. I should say vortex, because that current down there that's making rings come out, I can't see it right now because of draw distance. I don't have a problem with it because it can't kill me. I mean, I could still drown, but that's not really the vortex's, or that's not the current's problem. Whoop, whoop, Kulimba. Ah, man. Okay, doesn't this make 2 platforms show up? Maybe I should be using this one. Yeah, I'm really starting to dislike the backflip in this game just because it's like... It goes backward, so it's like, oh, you have... So first, to set it up, you have to... You know, you have to be facing opposite to what you want to get up to. But then I've also had times where I try to do it and then I end up going into a crawl instead. And it's like, no, Mario, that's not what I wanted. So it's proving to be a pretty frustratingly unpolished mechanic so far. You know, again, it's like this is the first 3D Mario. I can't be mad at it for not being good, you know, for not having certain mechanics be as fleshed out as they are in other games. Be as polished You know what I'm trying to say. But it still makes me mad. But you know what? That's just, it's fine because that's just one mechanic and I can use others. Like kicking. Kicking? I want to kick? See, why did I make that reference with my mouth when I could just put in a clip later? Oh, wait, are there red coins over there? There's no red coins over there. And I doubt the Switch makes them appear. What is this, Mario Sunshine? You know, speaking of that, honestly, I kind of defend how many red coins are in that game. Because first of all, the ones that are in the secret of levels, you don't need those. They're not required, so you... I don't know that you can necessarily... You know, in fairness, I don't know if you can complain about the repetitiveness of something you're not required to do to beat the game. Because it's like, oh, well, it's just fluff. Okay, but don't you want to keep playing the game, that, you know, while you do the things that you're not required to do to beat it? Like, isn't that the point of 100%? Is that you're doing things to continue to play the game? It's like, sure, it's fluff, but it's not like the most copy-pasted boring thing ever. It's like, you only need to do it once per... Oh, I do need to go over there. Because there's... Okay, there is another path! Like, I could understand if, like, every single shine in the game had a red coin variant. But it's just the secret of missions. And I will absolutely defend those in particular. You know, the overall frequency of red coins... Maybe they did go a little bit overboard. Maybe. You know, I think the... I was going to say the mandatory ones. Well, even then, like, the ones I can think of that are, like, not in Secret of missions are, like, 8th shines. Like, red coins of the lake in Bianco Hills. Which Bianco Hills has 2, you know, full-on shines that are red coins. You know, there's red coins of the village, and then there's red coins of the lake. I can see that being too much. But one of them's an 8th shine, so you don't need that one. If you don't feel like doing red coins. Then there's, like, you know, the notorious Fluff Festival in Pianta Village. You don't need that one. But I will adamantly defend the ones in the Secret of stages. Because, first of all, that's something you have to come back... You know, it's... First of all, it's optional. Like I've been saying. So, like, what? If it's a little fluffy, like, okay, so what? Like, what's your problem? You're mad because you get to play the game more? I know that's not the thing. But second, when you first go into those stages, you don't have Flood. So, giving you another thing to do with Flood inside that stage, they didn't have to do that. And I feel like my argument is really, really weak here. But I'm going somewhere with this. So coming back to the stage with Flood is meant to be a power trip. You know, it's like, oh, remember how hard this was when you didn't have Flood? Well, now you have Flood, and look at how easy it is. And then being timed red coin things. I think it's meant to be like a time trial. You know, like instead of, you know, going through rings as fast as you can, you're basically just going along the stage as fast as you can with the red coins serving as a checkpoint, basically. You just dislike them because you're bad at timed variants and hate timers. Yeah, that's fair. I wasn't a fan of them before either, but then, like, the more I've done them, the more it's like, oh, hey, this timer doesn't really matter. Like, I came close in, like, the red coins of the Secret of the Casino one. But that's, like, the only one I remember, you know, even being worried about running out of time on. Like, even the Chuckster mission. You know, that one is great because you don't need like, there's only one Chuckster you need to get any of the red coins. And the rest you can just bypass with Flood. because you have Flood now and you don't need to rely on Chucksters. Except for that one guy who makes you go up. Come on, Mario. Let me use the other platform. Because I think it does have a bar that goes over there. Yeah, there we go. We just need to wait for it to come back. You know, I thought this whole time I was waiting for the waiting to get over to the last red coin. I completely forgot I already picked it up. Now I'm just waiting to try to get over to the frickin' star.
Here we go.
It does feel nice to have gotten 56 or 59 coins without trying.
Hegel.
So I do feel a little bit more confident in trying to do the 100 coin shine. Which, like I said with the past ones, it's kind of cool to just be like, oh, oops, I accidentally got 60 coins. Well, maybe the 100 coins won't be so hard. I still can't believe I accidentally got the 100 coin shine on the first mission of Noki Bay the last time I played Super Mario Sunshine. It was, yeah, through the jet stream. I'm assuming that's this one down here with the hoops. Also, one red coin thing I will not defend, that I absolutely agree is kind of a silly design decision. Red coins of the Coral Reef in Gelato Beach, where the red coins can just decide, where some of the red coins can decide that, yeah, you know what, I'm just going to swim through this wall, and you can't get me. I could maybe defend that if there was a way to tell that there's a red coin, if they showed up on a mini-map or something like that. Do I need to get the metal cap for this? I think I need to. Not a fan of Noki Bay because of the eel. For some reason, I really liked that mission as a kid. Okay, I'm drowning. I should just go get the metal cap. I know there is one. Like, for as much as I was scared of, like, large bodies of water as a kid, and still kind of am, like, Noki Bay kind of freaked me out, but for some reason I also really liked it. Okay, you're Vanish. And I only recognize that because of Super Smash Bros. Using this as the metal box to turn you into a Mondo Super Heavyweight character temporarily. Only real issue with Sunshine 100% is my hatred for Corona Mountain Blue Coin. That's also another thing I will not defend. I will defend blue coins. Kind of obviously, because, like, that's my name. That's where it comes from. But I will not defend Corona Mountain Blue coins because that mud boat is absolutely the worst thing in Super Mario Sunshine. It controls like mud and poop. It controls like muddy poop, which I guess would just be diarrhea, which is still appropriate. The Manta Ray's reward. It reminds me of Noki Bay, where there's the red coin fish that is your reward for cleaning up Noki Bay. But yeah, those blue coins in Corona Mountain are just the worst. I kind of hate Corona Mountain in general, because even just getting that far is a pain in the butt. Because all those platforms before then, like, you make one mistake, you get on them a little too soon or a little too late, and the spikes the spikes or fire will just combo you to death. That's stupid, and I hate that. But also kind of just because I was trying to be a little fancy, try to skip platforms, and it'd be like, oh nope, the spikes came up, you got comboed to death, bye. It's like, okay, well fine, then I guess I won't be fancy. I guess the next time I race Twi in Sunshine, I won't try to be fast because it'll end up costing me more time in the long run. Hey, what if instead of paddling, I just hold A? Dude, give me a ring. He's not giving me rings fast enough. At least they're giving me air. And yeah, in my last playthrough of the last time I 100%ed Super Mario Sunshine, there was only like maybe 3 or 4 whole blue coins in the entire game that I couldn't remember the positions of. And I think only like 2 of them were just because I didn't realize they were mission specific. Which I will defend that, because I think those are like, oh, well, you don't want to accidentally find this when you're fighting the boss. Or like, because, you know, one of them is in Serena Beach. You spray a sign. That was one of the ones I missed. And it was like from mission 2 onward. I sprayed it in mission 1. It was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm misremembering. This sign doesn't give you a coin after all. You found 70 power stars. The mystery at the end of the stairs is solved. I didn't know it was a mystery. Thanks to you. And now Bowser is upset. Now on to the final bout. I could beat the game now, except I'm not gonna. Yeah, because I think that one's made mission 2 onward, because they don't want you accidentally finding it spraying the mantis. Because that mission does get a little frantic, and you're spraying all over the place, throwing water around all over the place. It would be very easy to accidentally find that blue coin. And, you know, for the thing of like, oh, well, how would you know to spray that sign? What is the main mechanic of Super Mario Sunshine? The fact that you can spray water. If you don't think to spray something with water to try to find some kind of secret, that's your fault. Because it's literally what the game is about, is spraying things with water. Like, sure, I can't say I thought of spraying those signs or spraying that one platform with water, but there's definitely signs of where the blue coins are, and it's like, you know, if you think, because all of it, it's always something suspicious. And like, there's only one place in the game where I think there was no reason for there to be a blue coin there, and that's like that one wall in Rico Harbor that you spray. I forget if you have to spray it with Yoshi. I think you can spray it with water. Yeah, that wall, there's nothing that telegraphs that there's anything that could be there. So that's one thing I will not defend, being something that's like, why would you think to spray that? But like the shelves inside of that one room in Hotel Delfino, you get regular coins for spraying the other shelves. So that's one of those things that's like, okay, well, you know, you get a regular coin for spraying this. What if you spray other shelves? Could they maybe give out blue coins? And then they do. Well, you know, one of them does. And the same with like ground pounding the slot machines in the casino. Maybe you wouldn't think to do that, but if you do it on one of them and a coin comes out, it stands to reason might as well check the others and see what comes out of the rest of them. And then you do it enough, and there you go. There's a blue coin. I can understand the frustration of how well some of those are hidden, but at the same time, it's like, well, you know, think back to being a kid, if you know, playing this for the first time, and you're playing it not to beat it, but just to play it. You know, you're just playing around in it. You're running around spraying people in the face, because you know it doesn't get you anything, but it's amusing. And then eventually you're just like, hey, what if I spray this? And, you know, you find a blue coin. Oh wow, you just discovered something by going what if? Isn't that neat? You know, what if I put this pineapple inside the juicer in this, you know, in the mission, because you have that mission where you put the giant watermelon in the juicer. You bring it to the juicer to get a shine. What if you put a different fruit in there? Oh hey, a blue coin popped out. Oh cool. And, you know, people say the blue coins are pointless, but I still say, you know, they may be pointless for beating the game, and I can understand frustrations with that. like, optional shines not meaning anything for beating the game. But, you know, they can still unlock other levels. Like, once you've got all the levels unlocked, sure, then you just have to beat Shadow Mario and all the worlds. But, you know, I was, on that last playthrough I did, I was able to save all of Bianco Hills for last by going out of my way to get Secret Shines and blue coins to open up Rico Harbor and Gelato Beach at the same time as Noki Bay, or Bianco Hills. So basically all I had to do was progress the story enough to allow to have the game allow me to unlock literally anywhere else other than Bianco Hills. And then there we go. I was able to get Gelato Beach and Rico Harbor. So, you know, since opening the levels is still dependent on how many shines you have, I want to say it's like 5 shines for Rico Harbor, then like 7 for Gelato Beach, and then I want to say 19 for Peanut Park. Those numbers are definitely not accurate, but you know, it's something like that. So when you look at it that way, they're not entirely pointless. They can still help you progress by unlocking levels. Like what if you get into, you know, you're in Peanut Park and you're waiting to unlock the like rocket nozzle and hover nozzle, or turbo nozzle. And I'm trying to find those coins at Poltermist because of draw distance. So excuse me for going around the top a few times. You know, I'm pretty sure those getting those nozzles, you know, once you have Peanut Park, you just need to get enough shines to get those. Like, you could just do secret shines if it's like, oh, you know what, I don't want to do this Peanut Park mission. You know, I don't feel like doing Runaway Ferris Wheel or something. Like, you would still have to come back eventually, but you know, it's not as linear as I think people believe it is in practice. Because, like, true linearity would be you have to do Bianco Hills, and then you have to do Rico Harbor, and then you have to do Gelato Beach. And you can't bounce between them. And I don't think people give Sunshine enough credit for having the levels open up like that, where Secret Shines can get you Gelato Beach and Peanut Park sooner than you might expect. And that you can just completely avoid Bianco Hills until you feel like doing Bianco Hills. You know, it's like Pikmin 2. I'm sure people would absolutely agree that Pikmin 2 is not linear. Like, sure, you still unlock the Pikmin in a particular order. You still unlock the overworlds in a particular order. But you don't have to do the caves in any particular order. You can do them in whatever order you want. And then you just have to do enough caves to get, you know, pay off the debt. And then from there, it's just 100%. You know, then any cave you missed is just, well, do you want to go back and do it to get 100%? Or are you content with having paid off the debt? Ow! What did I even get hit by? Okay, let me get the... Did I get the coins around the bottom here? Like, in my opinion, the Galaxy games are way more linear than Sunshine is, which makes its Power Stars feel not worth collecting. Man. Where did Mario go? He died off screen.
Mamma mia!
And of course, I don't think the Galaxy games are bad because they're more linear than Sunshine. At least I think. I don't remember if Galaxy has any kind of particular requirements for unlocking... It's like, I know Galaxy 1 kinda does, like, hubs for each of the galaxies. So like you'll have like 4 or 5 different levels to pick within one like section of the observatory, and then excuse me, I think the amount of power stars opens up other worlds. But I'm pretty sure it's like linear enough to not really have a whole lot of options of what order you want to do things in, especially in terms of the same, power stars in one given galaxy. Well, no, okay, that's not true, because I know there's like side ones where you could get, you can go off and do a mini game, like you can help a guy burn trash in 30 seconds, and if you don't, you get murdered. But I know for sure Galaxy 2 is, well, okay, still based on how many you collect overall, but it's literally a linear path, so you have to do one galaxy and then the next and then the next. So I suppose you could make the argument that, Galaxy 2 is the most linear Mario game. In order to unlock galaxies, it's power stars to unlock hubs, and it's grand. Oh, galaxies is power stars, and then hubs is grand stars. Okay. I thought there might have been something to do with, like, oh, you beat Bowser, and then you get a hub. But alright, thank you for confirming. Nope, 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 no vortex. No vortex. Trying to do what Polter said, and, like, let it pull you backwards. Make this less of a chore, getting the coins around here. Did I get them all? I don't know that I did. Reminds me of the, what is it, Gloomy Galleon in Donkey Kong 64? The water level. Picking up bananas off the bottom of that. I don't know what it is about Donkey Kong 64, but picking up bananas is so satisfying. I suppose I feel that way about Donkey Kong Country Returns as well. Or you know what, the whole Country series. Why is picking up bananas so satisfying? It's probably the sound effect. You would think, having named myself after coins, you would think that would be the thing I enjoy picking up the most, but no. Bananas. Which is the exact same as Galaxy 2, really. They just turned it into a giant hub of the observatory into a map. Ah, yeah. But, I think we're at the point where people don't really hate Sunshine unless they have, like, personal preference against it. Like, I think we're past the point of being like, oh man, this Mario game is so bad and you shouldn't like it. Like, no, I think the Mario community, at least, is at the point where we recognize that, like, yeah, it's okay to like Super Mario 64 more than Galaxy. You can like Galaxy more than Sunshine. You can like Sunshine more than all 3 of them. Mario 64 and both Galaxy games. Because, like, that's Mario's thing, is, like, every time they make a new Mario game, they make it different. And there's different things to like about it, and different things to not like about it. Like, it's easy to feel like Mario Odyssey is the definitive best, absolutely best Mario game. And it is really good. Which is an obvious statement, because basically every Mario game is really good. But, there's definitely things about it that it's easy to go, you know what, I don't like this. I like how they handled it better in this game. Like, I could see someone not liking the capture mechanic. And honestly, I'm not really that much of a fan of it either. It kind of is a one-button system, you getting, sorry, just read your comment. Yeah, but calling yourself Blue Banana doesn't sound as catchy. Yeah. Well, at least I'm not Green Banana, because then I wouldn't be ripe. Wouldn't be ripe enough. Or Brown Banana, I'd just be a rotten banana. You know what? Honestly, that kind of sounds accurate for me. I do feel like a rotten banana sometimes. But lost my point now. Oops. But yeah, I could easily see someone disliking Odyssey because of the capture mechanic. Or, okay, well, missed that Koopa Shell. Or not liking how abundant moons are, making the moons feel like they're pointless. Or the fact that you can just buy your way to enough moons to beat the game. Like, yeah, I feel like those are pretty reasonable reasons to not like Odyssey and like, you know, Super Mario 64 more because its power stars are less abundant. I think I'm getting swept out to sea here. I think that I would have thought that hole is just for show, but I think it actually is vacuuming me. Oh no! Don't vacuum me. And for anyone curious, my personal favorite is Sunshine just because I like the feel of it the most. Like, I definitely feel like all Mario games are enjoyable. I enjoy all Mario games. Like, I'm enjoying 64. I enjoy the Galaxy games. Haven't played them in a long time, but I know I enjoy them. I enjoy watching other people play them. I enjoyed 3D Land and 3D World, even though those aren't the 3D ones, but you know, my point, I suppose. Mario is enjoyable, but Sunshine just happens to be my favorite, and probably just because it's the one I grew up with. But, you know, that's kind of just how it is, I suppose. People tend to like the one they grew up with the most, because that's just the feel they're used to. Though there was a point, I think I already said this, but there was a point where I kind of didn't like, I don't know if I would say hate it, but a point where I didn't like Sunshine because, oh, the ship is still gone. Okay, well, fine then, Bowser. Yeah, there was a point where I didn't like, where I kind of disliked Sunshine because of how it controlled, but then I got used to how it controls, and now it's my favorite because of how it controls. It's actually pretty responsive. And I enjoy that. And I enjoy Yoshi. Yoshi is so great in that game. I love the colors he comes in, especially purple. I love the noise he makes when you spray juice. He's like, ah. Aww. And I love that they managed to get the Super Mario World reference in with like, well, okay, he didn't make blocks in Super Mario World, but I like that they made each color still do a different thing. Like Super Mario World, where their juice makes enemies turn into platforms, and they do different things depending on what color your juice is. Ah, man, I can't get up there. Also, I know for at least the 2D Mario games, up till like, you know, up till Mario 64. They were deliberately trying to make every Mario game different. Like that's how Super Mario World came out like it did. Cuz that's what they were trying to do. They didn't want to just do Super Mario World 3 again, or Super Mario Bros 3. Which is funny cuz like from an American's perspective, it's like, yeah, every Mario game was vastly different. You got Super Mario Bros, you got Super Mario Bros 2, which was like a whole entirely different game. But the actual truth of it was that the real Super Mario Bros 2 was just Mario Bros 1 again. But, you know, then they made Super Mario Bros 3, and that was vastly different because it had the power, or it had the overworld system. And like when they made Super Mario World, they didn't want to have the exact same map system again. They wanted to make it different, so they hid around secrets. They had secret exits and stuff like that. So you actually were like not just going from one level to another and having the ability to select between them. Didn't I already get the thing over there? But they specifically made it as like something you explore. And having played that game after I watched the video game historian point that out in his video, yeah, I definitely feel that. It's definitely, like, I like all the things that they did specifically to make Super Mario World different. They definitely succeeded in making it an interesting game. Especially with Yoshi. Yoshi is super cool in Super Mario World. Like, I'm not normally that big of a Yoshi fan. But, like... Oh, man. I just need to nab one more red coin. Oh, man. Yeah, like... Yoshi and Super Mario World and Super Mario Sunshine are super great. And those are things that make me appreciate Yoshi. Which is weird, because I grew up with Yoshi's Island. You think that would be the thing where I would become a super big Yoshi fan. I like Yoshi's Island. I'm not that big of a fan of Yoshi's appearance in that game in particular. We've collected 100 coins. Mario goes, what do you want to save? Yes. Dishwasher? Perhaps. Maybe. Potentially. Yeah, I'll just exit world. I don't need it. Yeah, finally come to a full stop enough to exit the course. Yeah, I don't need to leave. Alright, that's end time, which is fine because I was kind of out of things I wanted to say about Yoshi anyway. Yoshi is pretty cool sometimes, but like, just as like, oh, you get to play them in Super Mario 64 DS, I'm kind of indifferent. Or like Mario Kart, it's like, yeah, okay, cool, but I'll play as Toadette, thanks. So anyway, that's it. See you Wednesday. Hopefully I will have... I will be absolutely sure to let you know if I get Metroid Prime remastered on Wednesday. Because if I don't, you will hear about it. And if I do, well, you will probably hear me gushing about how beautiful the game is and how awesome it is to play or something like that. Either way, you're going to hear about it. So bye.